Hi, I'm Davy. I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell funny stories from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. So, in the past, I've done 4 of these. And not that long ago, I got sort of a request to do number 5. So here we go. The Annoying Customer Playlist, Part 5. Like I've said in the past, I've got like 20 years customer service experience. I'll probably get to like Annoying Customer Playlist 1,465,782. But let's get through 3 more today. The first one on this edition of the Annoying Customer Playlist. It's funny to me when people say this little gem, as if it's going to make any difference. It's always the same. They want something, you tell them they can't have it. They argue and argue and argue. You even end up having to get somebody above you. They tell them the same thing. You can't have it. You can't do this. Gotta let it go. And they think that the one way they're going to get their way is by saying,
"Hey, I spend a lot of money in here."
Or if you're working in a restaurant, they like to throw it up with,
"I've been coming here for a long time."
But I'll save that one for the next Annoying Customer Playlist. This one specifically, though, I spend a lot of money here. So what? Like, they seem to think that the fact that they have spent a lot of money at this store means that we're going to do whatever they want because they spend a lot of money, and God forbid they don't spend a lot of money. Which, here's the thing. They're probably exaggerating a little bit. Like, they've probably been coming for a while, and I'm sure, added up the years that they've been shopping here, sure, they've probably spent a couple $1,000s collectively. But at any given time, you've probably spent a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, maybe done some grocery shopping, spent maybe $100 or $2 in one swoop. But most of the time, you probably do like the rest of us, and you're just like, oh, I need batteries. Go to the store, buy them. And I'm sorry, but the occasional $6 is not enough for us to completely change our policy for you. Because ultimately, at this point, most stores, it's all chains now. There's almost no little mom and pop places around, so guess what? We'll be fine if you don't buy your Twizzlers here. And it's just annoying and funny at the same time that you think that we're just gonna bow down to that, like, what? No, I'm sorry. We'll do whatever you want. Anything you want. Just don't stop buying your pretzels here. Nobody else buys them but you. Please. If you really want to take your money somewhere else, we'll be fine. Obviously, we need our customers, and obviously, I need my job. But not to the point that we're going to do something that is completely against policy and probably just ridiculous in the first place because you think we won't survive if you buy your skinny cows somewhere else. And the thing is, that one on the Annoying Customer Playlist kind of goes hand in hand with the next one on the Annoying Customer Playlist. When they look at us, the people who just work there, and ask,
"Why did the prices go up?"
And the most annoying thing about that is the person you ask has nothing to do with it. In fact, like I said, nowadays it's pretty much all corporations. So nobody who actually works at that store has anything to do with it. Believe it or not, the people whose job it is to go actually change the prices, they don't have anything to do with it. They get a list of like, hey, here's the prices that are going up or down, and then they go change it. That's it. So complaining about the prices, it's not going to get you anywhere. Is it going to make you feel better? And the worst part about it, though, is when we tell them, I don't know, I have nothing to do with that, that's never a satisfactory answer to them. No, they have to keep going with,
"Well, the other day it was $1, now it's $1.50. What's this world coming to?"
50 cents, apparently. Now, don't get me wrong, I get the annoyance there, especially in the last few years where things have gone way up at the grocery store. That stuff does add up. This is 50 cents more, that's $1 more, that's 75 cents more, and next thing you know, your grocery budget went from like $200 to $300. I get it. But I have nothing to do with it. And I can do nothing about it. And I cannot call somebody who can do something about it, because I don't know anybody who could do something about it. And the people who could do something about it, again, this is any store nowadays, any corporation. The people who could do something about it, guess what? They don't give a crap. And even worse is sometimes they try to like haggle with us. They try to bargain with us and reason with us on why we shouldn't be increasing the prices. Again, the person you're talking to can do nothing about it. Nothing. I cannot give you a discount because you're upset. I can't mark it down 10% because you don't like it. I've never worked anywhere where they have a button for unsatisfied customer discount. Doesn't work that way. And this is one of those things where it's especially older people. Like, they try to talk to us and bargain with us because back in the day, they used to go to grocery stores that were owned by the person working behind the counter, and that guy could do something about it. And they don't want to accept those days are gone. Long gone. Nowadays, if one independent guy wanted to own a grocery store all by himself, good luck. You better be selling some really good groceries or something, because you're not going to be able to sell them cheap enough to compete with the big corporations that are out there right now. It's just not going to happen. And that's the thing about older people. Like, I'm sorry this stuff happens because I've had them throw at me.
I'm on Social Security. And those of us on Social Security, we didn't get a raise. So you're going to raise the prices even though we didn't get a raise?
Okay, so now you're just throwing out two things I have nothing to do with. I'm not the reason Social Security isn't getting a raise, and I'm not the one raising the prices. And I can't lower the price because you didn't get a raise. Like, some places I know we have a senior discount, okay, but it's not going to discount from the price that you were used to paying. Sorry, it's just the way it is. But they keep asking the why, the why, the why, the why. Because prices go up. That's what they do. There's nothing we can do about it. Even back in the day when John owned his own grocery store, why did he raise the prices? Because the places he was buying the stuff from raised their prices. And he has to make money. The corporations, it is basically the same thing. As much as people think like, oh, they're a corporation, they got plenty of money, they can just do without. That's not how business works. Prices go up on them, prices go up on you. Don't know what to tell you. The last one on the annoying customer playlist I'm going to get to this week, it again can kind of go along with the others, because I've actually had more than once a customer say all three of these things, telling me they spend a lot of money here, which is why the prices should not be going up. And when we told them we can't do anything about it, threw out,
well, I know your policy.
Now, truth is, you probably don't. You're probably full of crap. I've seen these videos popping up nowadays where people are going like, hey, when you go into this place, say this, because that's one of their policies that they're hiding from you. Believe it or not, people, most of those videos are garbage. They're not true at all. I've seen one where it said it about the place I was working at the time. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. I looked it up, and it turned out the video was fake. It did not say anything like that in the policy. So I will say this, if you see those videos, before you go in, look it up, because sometimes these people are just making it up to get views.
Duh!
I know, shock, right? But the truth is, okay, maybe once in a blue moon, somebody catches us by knowing a policy that we turned out not to know. And I will say this is where all those videos are full of crap, because, again, the person working, the person you're talking to, they don't care. I've made that clear before. We don't care. If you've got a policy that we don't know about that can save you money, whatever. We're not back there learning this stuff and just not telling you because we want to rip you off. That's not really how that works. Believe it or not, if we already know about it and it can save you some money, we'll probably do that just on the off chance that you'll be that 1 in a million customer that will get good service and actually tell one of our bosses about it. It's funny how much more you'll tell our bosses when we do something you don't like versus when we did something you did like. We are not knowingly hiding policies from you just to steal $1 from you. Especially because the person working, they're not getting that dollar. Whether you buy that DVD today or don't, we're making the same money. We don't care. We get an hourly wage. We don't get commission. But once in a blue moon, yeah, okay, they'll throw out something. Turns out to be policy and we just didn't know because I've told you about that before. When you work at these places, there are literally thousands of pages of policy. We can't memorize them all. So if you found one little jewel in the policy and you tell us about it and it turns out to be true, we're just going to look at you and go, oh, okay. But most of the time you're full of crap and we know you're full of crap and we will go look it up and find out you're full of crap. But you know, you looked it up, which I love because probably 99 times out of 100, what you're saying by you looked it up is not you went on the internet and actually scrolled through our policy and read it and found it. It's not you called our 800 number and they told you our policy. No, most of the time it's one of two things. It's either
I know a former bitter employee who is making up a bunch of nonsense to get back at you.
Because yes, that does happen. People quit or get fired. They don't like the company, so they'll start going around and telling people policies that are not true at all. I've worked at a lot of retail places. You don't think I'm bitter about most of them I've worked at? Of course I am. But I don't go around making crap up. I don't go up to my friends and family and go like, oh yeah, if you go in there with a can of Pepsi, they have to give you $100. It's policy. Especially because how long did that person work there? Probably not long. And why is that person not working there anymore? Probably because they weren't following policies. But more often than not, it isn't even that one. It's not that they know somebody. What they mean by, I know your policy is,
I'm just making it up and saying it's your policy so you'll cater to my ridiculousness.
And it ain't gonna happen. So there you have it. That's my story video this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post new videos, and leave a comment. If you've got something on the annoying customer playlist that I haven't gotten to yet, go ahead and tell me. Love you guys.